Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Balboa Show. I mean, you've heard the news that Paul Heyman and Eric Bischoff are returning to WWE in key positions. They have been appointed as the new executives running creative on the flagship shows Monday Night Raw and SmackDown Live. So it seems Paul Heyman will be running the creative for Monday Night Raw and Eric Bischoff will be running the creative for SmackDown Live. Holy moly, and they will report directly to Vince McMahon. Now this is very exciting news, and I hope that this Monday Night Raw they just like cancel that the next main event, you know, that tag team one, winner takes all. Unless you like that kind of main event, you know, but I don't know, I just think that shouldn't, I don't think that should be the main event, man. I'm not looking forward, it's not a main event that I would look forward to. I mean, that would be cool if they just say, instead of waiting till the next pay-per-view Extreme Rules, why don't we do it right here on Monday Night Raw, and then he just comes out and says, and you know what, we're cancelling the wildcard rule. Also, here is some footage from Inside Ropes. I'll leave the full video in the description of what Eric Bischoff thinks of the brand split in WWE.
At keeping the brands distinct. If you don't make them feel completely different, it won't work. And part of that is creating stakes. Part of that is it's got to feel real. It's got to be believable, or nobody's going to buy into it. But don't let the talent start transitioning back and forth, because you dilute the concept. They won't feel like two brands. They'll just feel like two different shows, which is what they already feel like.
I've also watched the Paul Heyman interview with Chris Jericho on Talk is Jericho, and that was just such an amazing interview, and I really recommend every one of you to go ahead and watch it, especially before Monday Night Raw, and especially before these guys start to have creative control, because the stories that Paul Heyman shared was just insane. How he built up, you know, Chris Benoit, Eddie Guerrero. I think Kurt Angle was quite a star back then, but like Chavo Guerrero, how he put those guys in the top position. I think Raw took Angle, but then like he just like basically built like Benoit and all these guys up until Raw snagged them away because Vince wanted them after the star power that Paul Heyman helped create. And also Paul Heyman just knows a lot about this industry. They both do. Eric Bischoff, you know, WCW background, insane. He led Monday Night Raw. I mean, he's had this kind of control before, I guess, because he was the general manager. And I know Paul Heyman really ran SmackDown under Stephanie McMahon, which was so, and you know, just again building these guys up like Benoit, Eddie Guerrero, some of the Brock Lesnar, you know, bringing him in, Eddie Guerrero, Chavo Guerrero, Kurt Angle, these guys, oh my goodness. And like Shelton Benjamin was on SmackDown. It was just such a great time, a great era. I think it was 2003, 2004 time. Yes, generally he was a SmackDown general manager. You know, ECW. Remember ECW? I actually, you know, I never had the luxury, the blessing to be a part of those days. But you know what? We're here now, and you know, I've watched some old stuff, and you know, Tommy Dreamer, all those just extreme moments. I mean, you can still hear the echoes of ECW all around the world in all arenas of professional wrestling. And you know, hopefully we're getting back on track. The war with AEW is on, and you know, the only thing I'm very concerned about is, I know it says they've got creative control, but will Vince really let them have full creative control? You know, why didn't, you know, I guess there's still questions. Why isn't Triple H being put in one of these positions as well? I have no idea, of course, but hopefully we'll get some more answers. Hopefully this is a very good turn, and you know, Vince doesn't start saying this is really good shit, you know, to crap stuff like Pooper Scooper. So yeah, I recommend going and watching the Paul Heyman interview. So I really recommend you guys to go and watch that Paul Heyman interview with Chris Jericho and Eric Bischoff. Watch like interviews, the brand split. I've left the link in the description. It really is some good stuff, really good shit. But yeah guys, thank you so much. Peace out. God bless every single one of you, and I hope to see you in the next video. I'm excited, baby!